Sarah was driving down a deserted highway. She had just left her friend's house and was heading home, but the pouring rain and the howling wind were making it difficult to see. Suddenly, her car sputtered and coughed, and then it died completely. Sarah tried to start the car again, but it wouldn't budge. She was stuck. Sarah looked around, hoping to see a sign of life, but all she could see was the inky blackness of the night. She checked her phone, but she had no service. The rain was still pouring down, and Sarah realized that she was completely alone and helpless. She tried to calm herself down and think logically. She knew that there was a gas station a few miles down the road, and she thought that if she could just get there, she could call for help. Sarah grabbed her flashlight and stepped out of the car. The wind was so strong that Sarah could barely walk. She had to hold onto the car to keep from being blown away, but she was determined to make it to the gas station. She trudged through the rain and wind, her heart racing as she heard strange noises all around her. When she finally arrived at the gas station, she was relieved to see that it was open, but as she stepped inside, she realized that something was terribly wrong. The gas station attendant was nowhere to be seen, and the store was eerily quiet. Suddenly, Sarah heard a creaking sound coming from the back room. She cautiously approached the door, her flashlight shaking in her hand. As she pushed the door open, she saw something that made her blood run cold. In the center of the room was a large, twisted figure with long, sharp claws and glowing eyes. The creature turned to face Sarah, and she realized that she was facing a monster straight out of her worst nightmares. Sarah tried to run, but the monster was too fast. It caught her and dragged her back into the darkness. Sarah screamed and fought, but it was no use. The monster had her in its grasp, and there was no escaping its clutches. Days later, when Sarah's friends went looking for her, they found her car abandoned on the side of the road. But there was no sign of Sarah, and no one ever saw her again. The only thing that remained was a feeling of terror that lingered in the air, a reminder of the horror that had occurred on that dark and stormy night.